What's going on, everybody? I just finished the most recent Yakuza game, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and it kind of inspired me to do something I've kind of always wanted to do, kind of on my own time, but I decided, hey, why not just make a video out of it? And it is just to kind of explore Kamurocho in different time periods and see how it's changed over the years. So I'm going to start right here in Yakuza 0 in 1980, I think this is like 86, but it's somewhere between like 86, 88, somewhere around there. So let's just go. Think of me as a tour guide, and this is just going to be a little chill stroll through the streets of Kamurocho and just see how much stuff has changed over the years. So we're going to start right here at the little gate. And this is the main street you always start on in Yakuza games. This is always like your base of operations, at least in Kamurocho. And that is primarily this little place right here, known as Serena. It's a nice little bar, run by Reina at this point, and is later taken over by a cool detective man named Date. But let's just keep wandering and see what we can see. Fuck, that was stupid. Anyway, this is Popo. Popo is owned by the guy from Dragon Ball Z, Mr. Popo. And that was just another joke that I should probably edit out, but won't. And yeah, this is the main supermarket, or not supermarket, but I guess it's like 7-Eleven's little convenience store. This is the main one. In this game, there's actually a rival one that we'll see in a little bit that goes out of business at some point, because in the later games it is all Popo all the time. This right here is Kiryu's business that he runs, that he earns billions and billions of yen in. Pardon me for a second. He earns billions and billions of yen in this business that's real estate, and spends most of that money. Well, basically he just eats it, and that makes him better at beating people up, because I think that's some kind of commentary on the economy of Japan in the 1980s or something. Over here, we have this noodle shop that is basically there forever, I think. I think this noodle shop is there in all the games. This little noodle stand, or not noodles, whatever, food stand, later becomes, I believe, a gelato place, but we're not going to see that because I'm only going to look at this game, Kimwami 2, which takes place in like 2006, and then the most recent, Like a Dragon, which takes place in 2019. So the gelato place, I think, is only there in 4 and maybe 5. I don't know. I didn't play 5 or 6, so I can't tell you about those two. But right now, it's like a noodle shop or a food shop of some sort. Next, we have Theater Square. This is like the main plaza of Kamurocho. And you got your Sega high-tech land, which is Sega arcades. You can play Sega arcades in there, and that also stays there forever. Next, we're going to go over here and see the Club Debola. That thing is always there. I think that thing exists in every timeline. By timeline, I mean time period. And if you're wondering why I keep throwing money up in the air, it's because I don't want to fight random people on the street, because I am being a tour guide right now, and if you throw money in the air, you don't have to fight people. Simple as that. This is Pete's Bowl-orama. I mean, no wait, that's the Silent Hill 2 one. This is Mock Bowl, and this is the only game that you can actually bowl here, even though there is a bowling alley here in like all the games. This is the only one you can actually bowl in, to my knowledge. So that's kind of weird. Next, these are the movie theaters. Theater Square has movie theaters, believe it or not. Our next, like, kind of stop, but not really stopping inside or anything. This is the... Look, Kiryu, please go into first person. Okay. This is the little pocket racer circuit thing, which is an ongoing side quest in a bunch of games where Kiryu can enter pocket derbies where you race little remote-controlled cars. And in the most recent Yakuza game, the dude that owns this upgraded to go-karts. So the racing in the most recent game is run by the same dude, but it's go-karts instead of little remote-control cars. This right here is Creepy Park. Lots of creepy things go down here. I think this is where you enter the sewers in like Yakuza 4, because 4 had a bunch of... Like, 4 took place pretty much exclusively in Kamurocho, except for the prison sequences. But it expanded it by giving you an underground section and some rooftop sections. And if you're wondering how you got to the roofs in 4, you do it through these stairs that they don't let you go into in this game, even though they're right there. This is the other place I was talking about. The rival convenience store that goes out of business because in the future games, this is just another Popo. And here we have an institution of Kamurocho, the batting cages. These things are here forever. They are in the same spot in every single game. I'll go inside, but I'm not going to do it because, yeah, yep, these are batting cages and they exist forever. Next on our little tour is, I guess, this area here, the hotel district. Kiryu, being a real estate mogul in this game, owns all of these businesses. But yeah, she's broke by the time Yakuza 1 takes place somehow. But economy's weird, man. My apologies. We were so rudely interrupted by some fucking assholes. So back to the tour. We're still in Hotel District, and as you can see, there's this horrible, hideous wall here. Fuck off, you better. Okay, good. We got this horrible, hideous wall, and this horrible, hideous wall is to protect the people of Kamurocho from the menace that is homeless people. If we can go to the park, I will show you the menace of the homeless people. So, in this game, this whole section here is just a park. It's a regular park where all the homeless people live. But this place is gonna undergo a bunch of very big changes that we'll see throughout the games that I'm gonna be covering. So right now, this is a Hobo Park. You can get to it normally in Yakuza 1. Fuck, I didn't mean to talk to you. Fuck off. I'm not trying to talk to you. Okay. Yakuza 1, this area is also a homeless park, but you can't even enter it through here. This area is blocked off. And the only place you can enter it is this area we're going to go next. Right here. That is this Shady Park with a bathroom. You go through the bathroom, and that's the only way you can enter homeless land in Yakuza 1. Next on our little tour of whatever, Kamurocho, yeah, that's the name. I remember the name of the place I'm giving a tour of. Is this parking lot. This parking lot is also here forever. And I think it always has these little pretty boys postered on it for some reason. So, where am I right now? I'm right here. Let's go check out the Champion District. Champion District is very consistent over the years. A lot of these, it's all a bunch of just little bars. And many, oh no, that's a shakedown. I do not want to deal with a shakedown at all. Please don't hurt me, shakedown. I promise I won't. Okay, good. Got these bars. A lot of these bars exist. Fuck it. No, please stay away. A lot of these bars are here for decades. Like this Evergreen thing, I'm pretty sure still exists in 2019. What else we got? Oh yeah, Johnny the Idiot. That one absolutely exists in the modern day. A lot of these bars apparently are very successful because they do not go to... Oh, no. Fuck off. I really want to look at one of the bars that's back here, Mr. Shakedown. I'm trying to do something. Can you please? No. Okay, maybe I can trick the Shakedown if I can get him to follow me. Oh, Syntax Error. That is the best name for a bar ever. Syntax Error, and that thing exists forever also. The one I want to look at here is Shellac. Where's Shellac? Shellac is right there. You can see the sign that says Shellac. That's one of the bars you can actually go in, and it also is there forever. Next, we're going to go to a very important area in a lot of the games, Chinatown. Or actually, before we go to Chinatown, look at this place. This building right here is also extremely important. This is a soapland. And if you don't know what a soapland is, it's a place where very dirty salarymen go to get clean. And they just go in here, they pick a girl to help them wash themselves, because, you know, soap, they get free baths. Well, not free, they have to pay for the baths. but they get bathed. They pick a girl to help them bathe, because bathing is very hard. And then the girls help them wash their body, where they pay special attention to the penis area, because penises need to be very clean. So they make sure to make those penises as clean as they possibly can. And this particular soapland is very important to a bunch of games, because in one of them there's a giant gang war that takes place inside that soapland, where Majima drives a truck through the front door. And this is also where the main character of Yakuza Like a Dragon was raised. He was abandoned as a baby, and the owner of that soapland raised him. So that's a little interesting thing that is very important to the story. So here is, well, it's not what I call Chinatown, but it's really just a horrible, horrible slum where the Chinese people live, and they really don't have it too good. As you can see, these, like, how are you gonna open a restaurant in an alley like that? But yeah, that's kind of all they got. Everything's blocked off and horrible, garbage everywhere. This is where the Chinese people live, and this is very important to the story of this game. Well, I'm not gonna do any big spoilers for the story itself, but yeah. That little Chinatown area, very important to this game. Oh, shakedown, Jesus Christ, leave me alone, please. Please leave me alone. Alright, back to... This is where you get to the shopping district, right? Yes. See, this whole area right here does not exist in the later games. This is the focal point for the entire story of this game. And specifically, it is this little empty lot right here. See, the whole story of this game is focused on finding the person who owns this little empty lot, so they could buy all, because the identity of that person is unknown, and the Yakuza are trying to buy all the properties around it so they can build a giant tower called the Millennium Tower that you will see later on. And so this entire area from, like, right, see where I'm circling right here? This whole area becomes a giant skyscraper later, and you will see that. So off we go to... I think we've pretty much seen most of the important areas. Oh yeah, I'm going to go down this spot right here. There's a couple important businesses that are there forever, so we can go check those out. And that'll pretty much be it for the Yakuza 0 tour of Kamurocho. Please. No. God, no. I am not going to help you. You can be mugged forever, and I don't care. I guess we have to go around because they were blocking the street. How nice of you for inconsiderate people getting mugged like that, blocking the street, for people trying to give an informative tour of Kamurocho. You're going to get mugged and block the street, so I have to go around and... Okay, this section right here is where most of, like, the host clubs are, or hostess clubs, where salarymen go to talk to women who pretend to care about them and pretend to like them. Because being a salaryman is a very, very sad life. Here we have... What's this? Oh, these are just little restaurant stuff. That's not important. Got another Popo right here. But that's not all we have. We have the legendary Don Quixote. This little shop comes back a lot, but is conspicuously absent from the most recent game. And I hope that doesn't mean they went out of business, because this is actually a real store in real life in this spot. And in the most recent game, it is not there, so that's kind of disconcerting. So that's pretty much it. This is another really important store, or not store, but restaurant that a lot of important stuff happens throughout the different games, called Cafe Alps. It exists since 1971 and still exists in 2019, Kamurocho. So that thing's going strong for like 50 years. And yeah, I think I'm going to end the Yakuza 0 1980s portion of the tour right here. And welcome back to Kamurocho. We are back to the same spot where we started before. This is Kiwami 2, and I think the year is 2006, but I'm not entirely sure, but it's somewhere within like the 3 years around 2006, so let's just call it 2006. I got Haruka with me for some reason, because why not? And I'm shirtless for some reason, because why not? Let's continue our tour and see what has changed. This is the same street we started on last time, and yeah, it's already looking pretty different. And one problem is that if there's an item to not fight people in this game, I do not have it. So expect some mysterious editing or something, because this is horrible. But I'll show you. At least I have a lightsaber, and I can just hit people with this, and they die pretty quickly when you cut them with a lightsaber. So, I don't know, maybe I'll leave the fights in if there's not too many of them, but it is very annoying when I'm trying to give a tour of Kamurocho. Sorry, my brain kind of went sore because I just remembered that there's first person in this one, and you can actually move around in third person or first person, just like in the most recent one. So here we are, back at Serena. Serena is still right here, just like it always was. But over here to the right, we have a new club called Stardust, and that is run by two dudes. One of them's called Yuya, and the other one's called I don't remember. And yeah, a bunch of quest stuff happens there. Kiryu becomes friends with them and helps them out with a bunch of stuff because other Yakuza want to like extort them or something, and I don't remember, but yeah, a lot of fights happen in there. Here we got the place I call Popo, but I just realized it's P-O-P-P-O, so it's probably Popo, but I don't care. I'm going to keep calling it Popo just for consistency and because I think it sounds funnier. So sue me. Let's see where Kiryu's business used to be. That used to be, I think, right here, and it's just nowhere to be found now, unfortunately. So, if Kiryu has any nostalgia about going back to that place where he used to make all the billions of dollars that he used to eat, he can't do that because it no longer exists, and that's actually kind of sad. I was kind of hoping, like, in the remake they would have put some kind of... They would have just left that one building the same just so you could go back and look at it, but they didn't. Oh... No, please don't. I can't even run away from this. So yeah, I am going to edit those out. That is fucking very annoying. Here we have... This used to be a different fast food place in the last one. I don't think I took a close look at it. But now it's called Wild Jackson, and I think it stays Wild Jackson. Here we got this place, which is still open, like I said. Same business as before. And this, I don't know if it's exactly the same. Yeah, I think it is. It is the same business. So this is before the gelato thing, but in the recent game, this whole building is actually shut down, which is kind of sad. Let's go see what Theater Square looks like in 2006. Here we have horrible, horrible pachinko places, the thing that's ruining all of the good video games, especially the Konami ones. Oh, you want a Silent Hill game? Nope. We're making Silent Hill Pachinko now. Thanks, Konami. Here we got Club Sega, which got a little bit of a facelift. It used to have blue on the outside, but now it's red. And I think it stays red forever, because it's definitely red in the new one, too. Here are those stairs. Now they're just totally closed, at least, so at least it doesn't look like you can go up those stairs. Here is Debola, and now you go underground to get into it. Ooh, fancy, but same business. And this is probably a locker key. No, Haruka, I'm not trying to talk to you. I would never do that. Yep, locker key. That is a thing that you just find locker keys on the ground, and then you can use them to get items from the lockers, and they're usually not good items. But yeah, here's the bowling alley. I don't think it's the same bowling alley, but it is a bowling alley, but you can't go in it for some reason. Only in Zero you can... I am starting to regret having Haruka with me, because every time I try to sprint, Kiryu tries to talk to her because he's, I guess, a good father or something. This is where the pocket cart thing was, but it is not that now, unfortunately. I guess that guy's doing something else. And now... Something different. Cars are driving on the street, which they weren't before. Creepy Park, still about the same. There's nothing different here. Let's move on to... Not these. No, please. I don't want to. I don't want to fight these men. Back again after another stupid fight that I didn't want to do. There's got to be an item that makes fights not happen, right? So look, more people walking right there that are gonna fight me in like 2 seconds. But yeah, this is the one that used to be a rival place, but now it's a Popo again. No wait, Popo. I'm still calling it Popo, cause Popo. And I guess we're back again after another fight. How fun that was to hit them with the lightsaber 7 times until they all died. That was fun. Here's the batting cages. Still the batting cages. They're like exactly the same actually. See, Hotel District is pretty similar actually. I don't think there's a lot of buildings you can actually go into here. But now we're going to go check out, remember, Homeless Park? We're going to go see what that's up to now after I have to fight these motherfuckers. How nice that I have to fight them now. So here's the creepy park I mentioned before. And this is, again, the only way to get into this area like it was, like I mentioned in Yakuza 1, where you have to go through the bathrooms. So yeah, follow me through the creepy men's bathroom, Haruka, that's fine. But yeah. This what once was a homeless park is now a rival tower to the Millennium Tower, which I just realized I haven't showed you yet. But this is the Kamurocho Hills building, and it is being built by none other than the best character in the franchise, Goro Majima here. So, minor spoiler for this game, that he left the Yakuza and started his own construction company and somehow managed to actually make a competent construction company. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. I guess it's just because he's Majima and he's the best. So now, where should we go next? I guess we'll just kind of follow the same path as last time. Alright, and here we are back at that parking lot I talked about before. Still got the pretty boys, for whatever reason. This is where pretty boys get their pictures put up in Kamurocho. And I think it's the only place, and I don't know why. But yeah, parking lot got spruced up a little bit. There is a guy that stands around here in a bunch of the games called the Artful Dodger. That he... Judging by his name, you can probably guess, he likes to dodge, and basically what you have to do is hit him once because he's going to be dodging around, and if you hit him once, you win a certain amount of money. So now, like, you can see this little area, these alleys are actually different from before. A lot of them weren't really laid out like this. I think this one right here, is this the... Oh, this is the porn place. There's actually a really cool side quest that takes place around this area. I don't think it starts here. But you bump into this dude, and he drops a videotape. And this is the only place where you can play videotapes. Yeah, it was a videotape. This is the only place you can play videotapes. So you come here to watch it, and you see this woman in the videotape, like, playing in one of the children's parks. And then she starts teleporting around because it turns out she's a ghost. And it's basically like a Ring parody. And the ghost is cursing you, and you have to, like, break the curse before the ghost kills you. And the way you break the curse is you just accidentally break the videotape. But yeah, Yakuza has a bunch of fun ghost side quests, and that's one of my favorite ones. Here we are back at Champion District, and we still got syntax error. Still in the same spot. Still great. This hat bar, I think, was there before. Still exists. Shellac should be right around here. Oh, nope. Johnny the Idiot's right there. And then Shellac should be right down here then? Or was Shellac? I thought Shellac was in the same area. Where is it? There's Shellac. Yeah, Shellac exists forever. All these bars exist forever because I guess bars are a good business to run in, like, the red light district of Tokyo. Go figure. So we're back at that soapland I mentioned before, and it's seen better days. I think this is the game where Majima crashes the truck through it, but I think even though I'm in New Game Plus, it treats it as if that hasn't happened yet. But yeah, it's pretty run down at this point. So where should... I guess we can check out Chinatown again. Is China... Oh, that's what it was. This whole area is where Chinatown used to be, and that is no longer Chinatown anymore. I guess they kind of... Which is kind of strange now that I think about it, because this is the area that Chinatown was in, but it's not there now, but it is there in 4, definitely. So, I'm honestly, I don't understand, I guess. It's probably just this blank area here that's Chinatown, and they just don't have it for this game, but it does still technically exist. So, whatever. Let's go see the Millennium Tower. The thing that the entire previous game, Yakuza 0, was... the whole point of the game was to get that built because they needed to buy the land that would be built on. Here it is, Millennium Tower. This is the most important building in the Yakuza franchise. Most of the final showdowns in the games take place on top of this tower. Except this one, actually. This one, the final showdown actually takes place over there on the Kamurocho Hills building that's not finished yet. But yeah, Millennium Tower is the most important building in the franchise. And they saw me, but maybe I'll be able to outrun them this time. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Maybe if I go... You know what? Maybe if we go get something to eat, they will stop fucking with me. Ah. Oh, he went inside the restaurant. I guess we can't fight him anymore. Did they just dematerialize? Works for me. Okay, let's see. Cafe Alps should be right here, and it is. Still, yep, exactly the same as it was in the 80s. And this building right here, which I didn't look at before, but it was there. Karaoke, which is the karaoke place where you can do karaoke with people. You can call them up and have little parties. Okay, I'm back again after another pointless fight. Here is Don Quixote. Don Quixote still exists at this point, and you can actually go in this time and look around. Nice place. Another business that I didn't look at last time but was totally there was this little store right here, Ebisu Pawn. And if you know what a pawn shop is, that's what it is. It's a pawn shop. You can go buy and sell stuff, usually like weapons and armor, and quest items sometimes. But that pawn shop is there forever. Let's see, is that pretty much I think I've covered pretty much everything I covered before. Karaoke, whatever that is. Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I didn't look at though. Okay, it's not really that important that I have to take you there, but where is it? This business right here. Kotobuki Drugs exists in almost all of the games, but I think is gone in Like a Dragon. I'm going to go check that out, but I think that's another store that was the staple of the series that no longer exists. So yeah, I'm going to go to this area in Like a Dragon to see if it's there, but I don't think it is, and I'm going to end the 2006 Kiwami 2 portion of the tour here. And we're back for the final leg of our journey here in 2019 with Yakuza Like a Dragon. We got a new cast of characters here. Got Ichiban and his friends, but that doesn't really matter. We're going to see what the town looks like now and how it's changed. And you can see how it's already a little bit cleaner than it used to be. And let's look cleaner, but if you look in here, this is where all the creepos go to be creepos and find girls they want to stalk. But overall, there's actually a theme to this game of, well, not really a theme, but a plot point of a puritanical movement where they're trying to get all, like, the sketchy brothels and bars and host clubs and stuff like that, and kind of gentrify, I cannot say that word, gentrify the area and make it a lot more family friendly than it was, especially in the 80s. It was like horrible. But now this place is cleaned up quite a bit. Stardust is still here. That's that club that Yuya and guy whose name I don't remember run. This is now called New Serena. That name got changed when Date took over, and he's running it right now. Here we got this building, which is totally new. Jungle Boy. I have no... Actually, that... No, wait, this was like this before, but I don't know if it was called Jungle Boy. Yeah, I guess it was. Never mind. This was totally the same. Popo's still there, and I'm still calling it Popo. Because, why not? Where Kiryu's business was, this is still the same as it was in 2006. Not a lot has changed in this section. But there are some things that have changed. Like I mentioned before, that little food stand place is now totally shut down. It would have been the gelato shop after that, but I guess after the gelato shop went out of business, it just totally shut down. This restaurant is the exact same restaurant that's been there since the 80s. Let's go to Theater Square. Actually, yeah, Theater Square. This whole theater is totally new. This is Pachinko. It's a different Pachinko, but it's still a Pachinko. Club Sega is exactly the same. They have this little festival thing set up. Oh yeah, and this is something in this game you can have little conversations between the characters, but I just missed it. Oh, there it is.
Kamurocho Festival about? Some kind of special event?
Beats me. Probably just a bunch of bands blaring their music. See, look at all those speakers.
That gives me an idea. Why don't we form our own band?
Huh?
It'll be fun. I got dibs on vocals.
Fitting for the most vocal member of the group.
I guess I wouldn't mind being the drummer.
That's more like it.
Well, then I do. Castanets?
I could play a mean triangle.
I could maybe fart some notes out on the recorder.
Great. Now we sound like kids doing a talent show.
So yeah, they're just little cute dialogue things between the characters in your party, and they're pretty clever, some of them. Actually, one of them, my favorite one, is actually a Berserk reference, because your character, Ichiban, he was in prison for 18 years, and he's like, hey, when I got out of prison, I decided to go check out this manga I used to be into, and only to find out that not only is that manga still going, I guess the author's done a bunch of hiatuses over the years, and movies barely moved at all in the 18 years I was gone. Like, I found that shit pretty funny. It's definitely a Berserk reference. He never says Berserk, but what else could it be? So yeah, this is the bowling alley still, exactly the same. Still, you can't go into it. But where Dabola once was, is whatever this is now. Street Fighter Turbo Village, or whatever SFT stands for. Here we got Smile Burger. I don't know if that was there or not. Doesn't really matter, because it's just a fast food place. Creepy Park, still Creepy Park. Go-kart thing is not here. It's in the other city that this game takes place in, which is a district of Yokohama called Ijincho. It's actually a super interesting area. It's like definitely the biggest area in any of the Yakuza games, and like 90% of the game takes place there. Very little of this game is actually in Kamurocho. But here's the batting cages, still pretty much exactly the same as they've always been. So let's go back up to the hotel district. And one good thing about this game is that there totally is an item that negates all random battles, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Here, these hotels are pretty much the same, but we're gonna go to Kamurocho Hills and see that it's finally complete after all these years. Because it did not get finished by the end of Yakuza 2. And I don't think it was finished even in like 4. But yeah, this is a nice building that somehow Majima built. And Majima is now back in the Yakuza though. So he was out during the time that his company started building that building, but now he's back in. And I keep walking into the pole. So yeah, you can see this area is definitely a lot cleaner, and just, you can tell this is a different time. A lot less seedy than it used to be. Like, that would be the best way to describe Kamurocho, especially in the 80s. It's the seediest of all seedy. And then in 2006, it's still pretty seedy, but it was starting to clean up. But now it's like really cleaning up and being like, this is like a family place that you would take your family now, and that is not what it used to be. So yeah. Here we got another Popo. So yeah, it's only Popo's now. That other convenience store that was trying to rival them is long gone. I don't know what this building is, that with how the stuff covering it. Is the porn place still here? Nope. See, that's where this was. And this place is really cleaning up. Oh, there's Little Asia. I can go see what the Chinatown looks like now. I don't think I've actually done that in this game. But yeah, this is where the porn place used to be. Now it is Big Fat Papa. I don't think I want to know what that is. Let's see Champion District. Champion District is very much the same as it's always been. It's cleaned up just like everything else, but Johnny the Idiot's still going strong. What else we got? I think the Hat Place is still here. Yep, Hat Place is still here. Shellac is definitely still here. Syntax Error also still here. So yeah, all of the bars, they are forever. Even after Evergreen, also another one. Even after the town cleaned itself up, the bars will not go away. And even the layouts of some of the streets seem to be a little bit different. I've noticed. Let's see. Maybe you can't even go into the. That's what this area that's blocked off is. The Little Asia. I guess you can't go in there. That's too bad. I really wanted to see what it looked like, but that doesn't. I will show you now what happened to Don Quixote, because that is a tragedy, and I am very sad about that. But first, we can see. Well, yeah, let's just go to there. And we can walk by Ebisu Pond, even though it's exactly the same as it's always been. Ebisu is down here. Everyone, get in my way. Yep, Ebisu going strong, still right here. And now we got Club Alps, or not Club, Cafe Alps, which is also still going extremely strong, and it looks exactly the same as it always has. And over here, Karaoke is also still there. Ooh, going around in circles, yeah. Here's Karaoke. Here is Club Sega, or no, wait, there's Smile Burger. Remember this place? This is where I went into so those dudes wouldn't fight me. Yep, that's still there. Where? I'm not going to do that conversation. I just wanted to demonstrate that first one. But yeah, Club Sega's still there, exactly the same. This is what happened to Don Quixote. They built a motherfucking police station where Don Quixote used to be. This is a travesty. And yeah, that's another subplot. Part of the cleaning up of the town has to do with this police station being built. And corruption with police commissioners, because, you know, in these games, the police are always corrupt. I'm trying to see. Oh, that was one thing that I didn't show you, but I kind of wish I did. But there's something over here that, you know what, I'm probably going to go back and just get some really quick footage of to show you. But this, despite this town being all cleaned up and everything, is the eternal oil drum fire of Kamurocho. This oil drum has been here since the 1980s and has been burning forever. I think if this fire ever goes out, the world's gonna end, because this thing is forever. So, yeah, we gotta keep this thing burning, because I think our future depends on this oil drum burning for the rest of eternity. But I think that's about it. This version of Kamurocho is definitely the most sparsely populated, because very little of this game actually takes place in Kamurocho, but it's still really nice to see. They did put a lot of effort into upgrading the town and just showing what it looks like in modern day. I'm looking forward to whatever happens next in the franchise and just seeing how the town changes. And I guess that's about it, other than the footage of those dumpsters that I'm gonna, or not dumpsters, oil drums that I'm gonna put in. But yeah, thanks for watching.